Hello, 713, and welcome to the M7 preview. So we're really starting on the nuts and bolts of methods, and we're going to do some kind of practical things. I know some of you are excited about that. So you can see here, this lists out what we're doing for this phase and which methods and methodologies you're going to be exploring from 7 to 9. So a little bit about this. One thing you probably aren't excited to know, but many of these categories are both methods and methodologies. So some of them can be, all of them can be used as a methodology in some way, and many of them can be used as methods within a methodology. So that'll be a fun thing to work through. All right, so the other thing I want to point out with this is that you may have already decided on your methods and methodology. We would like you to give this a try and look at each one, because it may help you refine or add methods that you hadn't thought about before, or think about the way that you're doing your methodology in different ways. The other thing that it can help you with is it makes you conversant in methodology when you defend your proposal and your dissertation. Being conversant, not an expert, in all of these methodologies, you can explain your choices and decisions and defend that when you're talking to your committee or other audiences. All right. As always, please look at your time on task. If you're getting up to the times on task, stop and just put that in the entry and say, you know what? I'm on my time and test. I'm done. All right. Oops. That's not where I want to go. Your readings. Okay, so there's an entry for each of these. It's very brief. You're going to kind of skim them and decide which one that you want to focus on. And then you might want to read the one that you're going to work with during this a little more in depth. The other part of what we're doing, and I'll explain that really soon, is you're going to do some transcription. There are 3 readings here. Again, we just kind of want you to briefly go over and highlight some concepts in these. There's no reason to memorize them, but get some ideas about them kind of through skimming. In your Explore, there's some advice on interviews. I'll talk a little bit more about that in Connect part of 7. And then we have some things, and it says here, we do not expect you to read these right now. They might be something that you're interested in. And these 2 award-winning dissertations might be really helpful if you're looking for mentor text in these methods or methodologies, or you're looking to look at mentor text so you can think about your own framing of your design going forward. M7 question, there's not much to say. You guys are on a roll. All right, the play has 2 parts. The first part is a transcription. We are going to actually do a transcription. So, oops, I already did that part. Okay, so you're going to go back. The link at the top will take you here, or you can find it in your M1. And you're going to transcribe somebody else. You're going to transcribe one of your peers' intros. The easiest way to do this is to go into their intro. And you can, I mean, if you're really confident and you're a great typist, you can transcribe just by typing everything in. Or you can go down here, there's the little sound icon, and next to it is called an immersive reader. Flipgrid has a transcript that it makes, and you can copy and paste that. And the caveat there is that you are going to have to go through and smooth it out. Some of the words aren't quite right. The formatting might be a little wonky, but it is a foundation. So you can copy and paste that, listen to it and correct, or you can just transcribe the full thing. Typically, we hope that this takes you anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. It has for a lot of people in the past, and this, again, depends on how you do the transcription and how comfortable you are transcribing. To find your transcription assignment, you're going to go down here to the transcription assignment, which we can't see very well. And here, Carlene, it's asking you to please transcribe mandates. Valerie, will you please transcribe crystals? This will take you, this link to the flip will take you to the videos. When you transcribe it and I would suggest doing that in your own document, you are going to share it. And we're going to have one document of a shared transcriptions of all the intros. And here, this means Carlene's transcription. So whoever is transcribing Carlene's will come up here to this kind of table of contents. Go to Carlene's, it has her name, and then you'll put your name, transcribed by whoever you are, the time it took you to transcribe, and the type of transcription. And those are detailed in the articles that you saw earlier. And then you'll just copy and paste your transcription here. Again, these are the names of the transcriptions, not the transcriber. All right. In the second part, in your developer, in your notebook, your play and apply notebook, you are going to play with one of these methods or methodologies. And this is a conversation where you talk about, can I do this in my context? Do I want to do this in my context? And should I do it in my context? Think about it as a conversation between your context and you and your pop, and what the possibilities of this method or methodology would be. And you're just kind of thinking through, it's kind of a conversational thought exercise that you're doing in these 3 sections to open up for comments from us. So a couple different ways. If you're going to do, or you think you're going to do one of these, by all means, pick it and really work through that here. If none of these have any appeal to you, you might want to pick one that is most foreign to you, so you can kind of dive into something that's very different and get a feel for basically what it is that you have chosen to do and what it's going to do compared to what this kind of analysis would do with your research. And it's kind of a practice in design and thinking about your design. All right, the next kind of practical part, and this one's always kind of fun, is in your Connect, you're going to go to Slack, and in Slack, there's a little video, and this is a video of an interview. And what you're going to do is you are going to critique the interview here. So that's one way of kind of thinking about the skills of interviewing and pitfalls and good things that you can do. And you're going to discuss that together in Slack. All right. The last part is in your M7 Apply this week, please read. Many of you have already gone to the collaboration worksheet, and you know down here we have the book reviews. If you're doing the same book, you can be in the same group as long as you feel like you can meet, like you can collect that many people and meet, and the times work for you. If you are reading a book that is not like other people's, there is value in answering questions about your book to people who haven't read it, and that can actually help form some things around your review. So make sure you come in and put in your book. If you don't have prefigured groups, or you haven't already identified some groups, you might reach out to other people here and see if you want to join their group. And if you haven't put it in, put your book in that you're deciding on so that those groups can be made and you can start organizing early. That is it for your M7 overview. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing your work.